some things here. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Just a quick update on the look ahead at this week in the General Assembly. Today in the plenary meeting this morning, they considered the report of the third committee, and this afternoon they will be considering the report of both the second and sixth committees, as well as an item on the follow-up to the outcomes of major United Nations conferences and summits in the economic, social, and related fields. Both tomorrow and Wednesday, Tuesday, 16 December, and Wednesday, 17 December, there will be the high-level meeting on the overall review of the implementation of the outcomes of the World Summit on the Information Society, on WSIS. So that will be happening both Tuesday and Wednesday, morning and afternoon in the GA. On Thursday, on the 18th of December, there will be the high-level plenary meeting to commemorate the 65th anniversary of the Declaration on the Granting of Independence to Colonial Countries and Peoples. This will be, the activities on this day will mark the very first observance of the International Day, which was proclaimed by the General Assembly in a resolution adopted on 5 December, which proclaimed 14 December as the International Day Against Colonialism in all its forms and manifestations, and the resolution requested that the President of the General Assembly organize on 18 December this one-day high-level plenary meeting of the General Assembly to commemorate this day. There are no plenary meetings currently listed for Friday, this Friday coming up. Turning to the attacks in Sydney, the President of the General Assembly unequivocally condemns the terrorist attacks on the Jewish community in Sydney, Australia, during a celebration to mark the start of Hanukkah. No one should live in fear of practicing their faith or expressing their identity. These anti-Semitic acts of violence strike at the very core values of community, mutual respect, and shared humanity. The PGA extends her deepest condolences to the families and loved ones of the victims and wishes a speedy recovery to all of those who were injured. The President of the General Assembly stands in solidarity with the Jewish community and condemns anti-Semitism in all its forms, wherever and whenever it presents itself globally. Turning to Sudan, the President of the General Assembly condemns the drone attacks on UN peacekeepers at the logistics base in Kadugli, and she also sends her condolences to the loved ones of the fallen peacekeepers, as well as to the people and government of Bangladesh. International humanitarian law must be respected by all parties, and this includes the protection of peacekeepers and all civilians. They must never be targets. The President of the General Assembly calls for an immediate ceasefire and safe, rapid, and unimpeded humanitarian access, which must be allowed to reach all civilians in need. One other activity that will be happening this afternoon that will be considered by the General Assembly, they will consider a draft resolution containing the political declaration of the fourth high-level meeting on the prevention and control of non-communicable diseases and the promotion of mental health and well-being. The high-level meeting on this issue was held on 25 September during the high-level week of the General Assembly. The political declaration was transmitted to member states by the President of the General Assembly in its last session, the 79th session, under the leadership of PGA Philemon Yang. And it has been considered in advance through intergovernmental consultations with intense outreach during the 79th session by the co-facilitators, which were the permanent representatives of Luxembourg and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as well as the President of the General Assembly at the 79th session. During the high-level meeting in September, member states expressed their positions regarding the political declaration, and while there were objections by some member states, there was also broad support for the text of the declaration. The PGA therefore conveyed at the end of the high-level meeting that the document would be considered by member states in the General Assembly. Since that time, the PGA has received requests from member states to submit the political declaration to the General Assembly, indicating that there is strong support among member states for the adoption of the political declaration in view of the critical importance of addressing non-communicable diseases and their close interlinkages with broader global health issues. In a letter dated 11 December, the PGA informed member states that in light of these requests by member states, that she has transmitted this draft resolution containing the political declaration, which will be considered in the plenary meeting this afternoon at 3 p.m. So those are my updates for this week, and if there are any questions, happy to take them. Yes, Chairman.
Thank you, Lanise.
Yes.
Do you have any update on these nominations of the next Secretary General?
We have not received any additional nominations. The one that we have received is updated on the website, but thus far we have not had any updates in terms of additional nominations. Oh, and now the hands of Desi. And then
Yes, just a very quick question. Do you have any schedule for the budget approval? No,
we do not.
still in
Still.
discussion.
Exactly.
Would it before the Christmas or after? Most likely.
Well, it's supposed to be before the end of the year, so we should, theoretically, we should have a budget that the member states should have, voted on and hopefully approved a budget by the end of the year, but we can't dictate the schedule to them in their discussions. Yes.
Hi, thank you. According to media reports, former Iraqi President Barham Saleh has been chosen as the new UNHCR chief. Do you have any comment to make on that?
We do not. These appointments by the Secretary General, we do receive the notification from the Secretary General, which then requests that the General Assembly pass a resolution to approve the appointment, and we have not received that yet, so cannot comment on whether that is in fact the case. But the appointment will come, the information will come from the SG's office. Stefano.
Thank you. The former Secretary General Ban Ki-moon was in the building with the elderly. Does the President of the General Assembly intend to meet them, or maybe met them already?
As far as I know, the PGA does not have a meeting scheduled with the former Secretary General. As you all know, he was here to speak to the Security Council. They had a debate this morning on the leadership of the UN, in which many member states spoke, and the former Secretary General and now an elder did speak at that meeting. But I don't believe there are any plans for the PGA to speak with him while he's in the building. Okay. Questions, comments? Well then, thank you all very much, and I will turn it over to Farhan.